Hey everyone, hope you're doing great today. Thanks for coming to Storytime with Mr. Dubinsky again. Our book today is a nonfiction book. It's a perfect book for springtime because you're getting out in your front yard and your backyard right now, and you're probably hearing all these birds. There's so many of them. They're so active right now. So our first book for today is about birds. It's a nonfiction book teaching you about different birds. Some of them in this book are ones that live here in Florida in this environment, and some are ones that would never come to Florida. It's too hot for them. But anyway, we're going to get into this. Right on the cover here, we have an American robin. This is a bird that migrates. It comes here when it's super cold up north. It'll come down to Florida and visit us. It does get cold in Florida, but not as cold as it is further up north. And they're very happy to come down here and enjoy the weather. And when it gets really hot here in the summertime, this is the kind of bird that will fly back up north, that American robin. And you see here we got the eggs in the nest, and these are blue eggs, nothing like you would get in the store. Robin's eggs are blue eggs. All right, About Birds by Cathryn Sill. Here we go. Gosh, and right at the beginning, even though we haven't gotten into any of the words, we have our title About Birds, but here we are. We have a hummingbird right there, a ruby-throated hummingbird with some wild honeysuckle. And it's called a ruby-throated hummingbird. This one on the back it has that red on its throat, right? I think there's a difference between how the boys and girls look for those birds. Let's see. Birds have feathers. Birds have feathers, of course, and this is a northern cardinal. We do have cardinals up here, but not quite this type that love hanging out in snow, right? No snow down here. Baby birds hatch from eggs. Oh, there's the one from our cover, right? That American robin. Right, let's see here. Baby birds hatch from eggs. All right. This is what you think of when you think of a bird nest, very traditional type. There's a couple other nests in here that are very different. We'll get to those soon. Oh, here we go. Some birds build their nests on the ground. Some birds build nests on the ground. This is an oven bird, which one reason you could probably guess it's called an oven bird. Look at that nest. It's like an oven. You can just pop a pizza in there or something. Some birds build their nests in very high places. Some birds build their nests in very high places. This is a bald eagle, and they love building their nests up in these tall dead trees where there's no leaves or anything. Part of that is because then they could look down and see everything, and they have very good eyes, so they could look down there and see things like mice and rats and things they want to catch to eat. But those animals can't look up there and see them that well, right? Because they have very good eyesight. You'll see them a lot of times in cypress trees or these tall, big dead trees. A bald eagle. And some do not build a nest at all. Some birds do not build a nest at all. This is a common murre, and they're just right there by the ocean, and they lay their egg, and it's right there on the ledge, right? They don't have a nest for it. Totally different. And this is such a different place when you go to the beach here, right? It looks totally different. We have like a gentle slope with some sand that gets out to the water. Here we have these steep cliffs. Birds travel in different ways. Birds travel in different ways. This is a flock of Canada geese, another type of bird that migrates here, right? Up north. They'll, up north in the winter time, when it gets really cold, they'll come down here and be warm, and then they'll come back up. Go back up to Canada in the summer when it's nice up there. Very cold up there right now, right? In the winter. Most birds fly. Most birds fly. A ruby-throated hummingbird. And here it is, just like we saw on the cover. Ruby-throated, because you see that red on their throat. The honeysuckle, they have that long beak, specialty beak just for them. to get the food there out of flowers. But some swim. Here we have some wood ducks. And again, we were talking a little bit about the difference between boy and girl birds. This is actually the boy bird. He tries to look very fancy, right? And then this is the female bird, and she's camouflaged. The colors on her kind of match a lot of what's going on in their environment, because she's going to be the one that's spending more time with the baby ducks. And she needs to make sure that things that she can hide really well, right? To protect them, hide from predators. And other birds run. A great road runner. This is a bird that you're not going to see in Florida. This is more out in the desert where it's really dry. We've got these cactuses back there. A great road runner. Birds may flock together. A lot of birds, they like to stay together in big groups, just like you stay in a group with your friends, the classroom, right? These are red-winged blackbirds. They all stay together. One of them finds food, they'll call out to the others, hey, here's some great food over here, and they all come to communicate that way. And some birds live alone, right? We have this owl, the great horned owl, right? And this is, of course, a nocturnal animal. So during the day, it's sleeping and it wakes up at night. Owls have really good eyesight, and at nighttime, they have really good eyesight in the dark. So at nighttime, they can see things that they want to catch. Birds use their bills to gather food. They use their bills to gather food. We have a couple different birds here. There's a hummingbird again. We have a great blue heron. That long beak, it almost uses it like a spear. It puts that down in the water to grab fish with. And right here, it's holding a fish, right? Some birds that like to eat nothing but seeds have a extra strong beak that's good for cracking open seeds. They sing to let other birds know how they feel. They sing to let other birds know how they feel. That's really neat because, we have feelings, and it's a neat way to be like, wow, they communicate somehow. We don't understand what they're saying, but they communicate, and they have feelings about things, and they're trying to talk to each other in their own way, right? Birds come in all sizes. We got our picture here. We got our bald eagle and our Canada geese, our great horned owl, and our heron. Then we have some of our smaller things, our smaller birds, our cardinals, red-winged blackbird. I don't see the hummingbird in here. Oh, I do right there. Gosh, it's so small compared to the other ones. Hummingbirds are very small. Birds are important to us. Very important, these birds. I like this backyard picture. We have the birds here. They have a bird feeder, an area where they can take a bird bath, right? It is really important to us. And getting out there a little bit and enjoying the sunshine and hearing some of the birds in your neighborhood is just wonderful. Just wonderful. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that book about birds by Cathryn Sill. Now, I have some birds in my yard that are here all the time, and I really want to get to show them to you. So we're going to go do that right now. All right. Hey, everyone. I just got done reading a book to you about birds, and I wanted to show you some of the birds that I have in my house, in my yard, not my house, all the time. And they're my chickens that we have. Let me show you where they're at. So these are our chickens at the house. We have 3 different types, and we're gonna let them out right now and feed them. They really love sunflower seeds as a snack. Let's let them out. When you first let them out, they just kind of run around all silly. They're excited to have their freedom. What I use for food for them, I'll have some sunflower seeds that I keep in this container. And when you put these out, they tend to come pretty quick. This one here is named Owlette. And this one on the steps here, well, those are my kids. Go back inside for a second, ladies. On the steps here we have, this one is called a Rhode Island Red. Even though they're all chickens, there's different types of chickens. We have Owlette and Honey Sissy and Jemima. So I put out some sunflower seeds for them. They're not as excited about those. They really like to wait, and they love eating cat food. The chicken types we have here, this one here is a Rhode Island Red named Jemima. The golden one is named Honey Sissy, and that is a Buff Orpington. And this one here that's kind of gray, her name is Owlette, and she is an Americana. 3 different chicken types, and some of them lay more eggs every week than others. There's a couple different differences in them. Jemima is kind of the one who wants to be in charge a little bit. She'll get up in the nesting box and tell the other ones what to do. But they really like being out in the yard. Normally they're over here in the coop. I'll show you the coop. I'll show you what it's like to check for eggs real quick. They love having their time out and about in the yard. If we go over here, this is where the chicken coop is. And there's a door where they can go in and out. We can obviously lock that, keep it closed. And there's a little door here. You can open up and check for, oh my goodness, check for eggs. There we go. We got 3 eggs in this side and 1 in that side. I think Jemima likes to lay her eggs right there, and the other ones lay their eggs right there. That Rhode Island Red, normally it's like 1 egg a day this time of year. It kind of changes how often they lay their eggs with the time of year and what they eat. And it's kind of funny, like even if you feed them a lot of garlic and onions and stuff, you'll have like that taste in the eggs, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so those are the chickens, and there's a chicken butt walking away, happy to be out, enjoying some springtime. Hope you guys are enjoying some springtime as well. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.